tomorrow, January 2nd, is the anniversary of me releasing videos on YouTube. It has been 4 years of me putting out YouTube content. Hey, what's up everybody? I guess it would be probably a good idea to kind of inform you on what the heck I'm doing before I start installing stuff and then have to explain it all later. So I'd rather just show you what's going on behind me right now. By the way, last video, van was recovered. Super excited. Yeehaw everybody. It's back to the grind. I had a mental, I can't believe that happened. After a couple days of relaxing, cleaning out the van, and just taking time to be like, what the heck just happened? I've got about 4 weeks to get this van done. Comment below on your thoughts to see if I can get it done. Why do I want to get it done in 4 weeks? Because there's an event down in Arizona that I want to get to, and that's where I'm actually going to be picking up my dog, my puppy. Very excited about that. You will see it, trust me, don't worry. It'll be out there. Maybe I'll throw up a picture for everybody. She is a cutie. And for everybody out there that's like, adopt, don't shop, there's a long story behind it and I'll explain it later. It is like semi-adopted. So it's a long story and I'm not gonna get into it in this video. You can't see my breath right now, but in Portland right now, we are in very cold weather. It's very abnormal. And we got some snow, and during the day, it's like 30 degrees, which again is abnormal for Portland. At nighttime, we're dropping into the teens. Other places in the country, you guys are very used to that. Portland is not. It's also very wet here, so it's very, very icy. Sucks. Let's go into the van, and let me actually get a light so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. So I got my trusty light here. So I cut this hole down here, and it's a 4-inch hole that is going to put all those hoses that are out on the cabinet or on my table out there. All those hoses are going to go right through here. That's where the heater is going to live and is going to sit. It's a perfect little location because it's right next to the wheel well, as you guys can see, and it's kind of dead space. So I thought, hey, why not put a heater in there? I originally was going to put the heater in this galley right here that I haven't built yet. The problem with this is my heater comes with a separate tank. By the way, if you're interested in the planar heater, I ordered mine from Expedition Upfitter. I put the link for everybody below. Really do like it, and it is a quarter of the price of those other heaters that everybody uses. I think it's a quarter, maybe a third of the price, maybe half. Yeah, I think it's half. Anyways, it's a lot less than the other heater that everybody else uses, which is either Webasto or an S-Bar. The planar heater is just as good from what I understand. A lot of people have used it, and I do like it because I have their portable one. I'm putting it into this cavity here. It'll duct out this wall right here, and it'll go through the cabinet into my living space. Obviously, I'm going to keep it low because heat rises. And then I have a warming mat, also from Expedition Outfitter, in the floor. So that floor section will be really nice and toasty. The heater is going to be centrally located in the van. I could have put it underneath the passenger seat up there, but I wanted to make sure that I was going to sleep comfortably if I do sleep in like really cold weather. Where I stick the controls and where I stick all that other stuff is TBD, to be determined. All right, let's go out to the table here and you guys can see what's going on. These are all the controls and everything that I have been working with the last day or so. I didn't really watch a lot of videos on how to install this, and because I've seen so many others install the Webasto or the S-Bar, so I kind of have the basic knowledge of how to install it. Neighbors to a professional van building company, so I was able to just crawl under some vans and see what they looked like. So I just have been going off of that. And then obviously this is extremely important, which is the directions on how to pretty much install it. I read over them pretty carefully. Some of them are in different languages, but there is an English section, obviously. I assembled everything on the table, and how I'm going to do it is all of these piping and the fuel line is going to go in here. All of that is just going to go right through that big hole that I just showed you inside. For me, it is a heck of a lot easier doing it this way than it is for me to like put the plate in, put the heater on top of the plate, screw it down, Sika it all, or get like some sort of adhesive to get that down, and then clamp everything from underneath. I'm doing some things from underneath because I have my trusty creeper right there. That's what those are called. That's not a name, that's just what they're called. I just made a big enough hole, which a lot of people do. It's a big 4-inch hole, and you just put all the hosing right through that. And then there's still ways to screw it in. You got 4 corners to screw it in. These are all the wiring harnesses. And as you can see, Expedition Upfitter is not only really good at selling these, but they package everything off, and they also, you know, put labels on everything. So it's really nice. And it's really, really simple. What I'm gonna do now is I'm going to dry fit it, make sure it all fits, make sure the hoses go where I want them to go, and then I'm gonna bring it back out. Before I bring it back out, I'm gonna go underneath the van. I'm gonna mark where I wanna cut this because I need to put the muffler on. So I'm gonna cut this to where I want. I'm gonna mark it with my marker, and then I'm gonna cut it, and then I'm gonna put the muffler on. Well, I'll do that down below. But all that other stuff I'm gonna do down below. And then I also need to mount this guy right here, which is the tank. And it's already pre-tapped. I don't even have to tap that tank. I just have to, you know, hook up the fuel lines to it. That tank is gonna live right back here. I took apart this back section back here, and I'm gonna rebuild it because I realized the tank, I want it to be right here, very accessible for me, so I can just open up this door and get right into it. I was originally gonna have everything in the front, but I just felt that that was going to be too annoying for me. Now this tank can live right underneath my bed. It's gonna sealed off. There's not gonna be any smells or anything like that. I'll fill it up with kerosene if I want to, or diesel if I want to. It makes it very, very, very easy doing it this way. I'm recording this last part of the video on January 1st, 2022. So happy New Year to everybody out there. There's gonna be some really good changes to my channel here coming up, so stay tuned for all of that. You know what's also interesting is tomorrow, hopefully when this video goes out, tomorrow, January 2nd, is the anniversary of me releasing videos on YouTube. It has been 4 years of me putting out YouTube content about my life, vlogging, building, you know, everything in between. 4 years, tours, 4 years of just craziness. I might do a kind of recap video of just the year 2021, but 2022, I have massive plans for myself. I'm going kind of all in. I'm about to hire an assistant because I need help. I'm going to be hiring a part-time videographer that is going to hopefully do some tours for me on the road. So there are good things to come. Let's kind of go over the what I've been doing on the van so far. So I built this galley. This is going to be my refrigerator galley, and the refrigerator is actually probably going to sit up high. We're going to play around with that when I get into the guts of this galley, but this is the carcass of it. This is not the countertop. The countertop's going to sit on top of this section. But I wanted to use this wood with the laminate face because you guys can probably start to see it now. This is going to be exposed. This is a, I guess it's a European design. I saw it a long time ago from some other van builder, but this is a very modern, sleek style that has exposed grain, and then the cabinet doors will be inset. When that happens way later, you guys will see that. I started doing the carcass over there. You guys might be able to see that. So that carcass hopefully will be done today. You will not see it in this video because I'm probably not going to record at the end of the day because I'll be exhausted. But the heater is in. Let me actually go over there. You guys probably haven't seen that yet. So there's the heater. I just have a little bit of mechanicals left to do. I ran the exhaust pipe right here, and it's going to eventually, I don't have the muffler on it, but eventually it's going to exhaust right next to the actual van exhaust, which is convenient. And then the intake for that is over the other side. It's opposite because you don't want the intake taking in either your van exhaust or the exhaust from the heater itself. So you definitely want to split those up as best you can. And as I was just talking about that, I just realized that yes, for a fact, I'm going to have my refrigerator up high because the ducting of the heater is going to come through this cabinet and it's going to come down below down there. I'm working on that galley, that carcass over there. It is such a pain because nothing is straight in a van. I got to deal with that back curvature there. I also got to deal with the sloping of the floor. That's just how it works in vans, everybody. So it's about 3/16 of an inch off from the back to the front because of the sloping floor. Whether that's because it's the design of the Ford Econoline or it's the wear and tear over massive amounts of time. I like things to be nice and straight. I will end you guys here with this, that I am going to pick up my puppy the first day of February, and I'm recording this the first day of January, which means I've got about 28 days to get this van done because I need to drive a great distance to go pick up my puppy. I'm gonna take this with me. So I don't necessarily need it done, but I want it pretty dialed in where I can have a working electrical, lights, you know, obviously a bed, you know, storage and all that good stuff. So the fine detail work might not be done, like the back doors might not be done. Okay, big deal. I can do that when I get back, but I have to go pick up the puppy, come back, hang out here for about a month, and then I'm going down to Tiny Fest in California the second week of March or something like that. And very exciting that on top of the van building and the tours and everything else that I do, I'm gonna be starting to make those tables, those lagoon tables. I don't know if I'm gonna have one ready by the time I go pick the puppy, but I will have a couple down at Tiny Fest. I might even try and do a giveaway at Tiny Fest for a lagoon table with the lights that come up underneath. We shall see, we shall see. So guys, stay tuned for all of that, but I need to work today. The weekend is great because there's nobody here at Nomadic Customs. Everybody had the holiday off, so I get to be by myself in this big old space, and I am excited. Hope you guys all had a happy new year. It's also freaking cold here. I'm done with this cold. I should move back to warmer climates. What am I doing? See you later.